Hello and welcome to Faithful Grace Studio. I'm Mindy. I'm the creator here at Faithful Grace. And today I'm going to do something that I've been promising you guys I would do for a while now. I'm going to show you how I make my flat ink pens. I normally have a whole stash of them in this little box. Well, I'm down to 4, so I have got to replenish my stash. So I thought I would show you how I'm doing that. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm living up to the promise that I made you, and I am replenishing my stash. So we're going to make 3 for the next few minutes. We're going to take some time and make 3. So what I have here are some ink, some pen inks. They're the inserts that go into ink pens. These were in a pack that someone I love dearly passed away, and I had the honor of helping clean out her she shed, and she had a whole pack of these. So I held on to them and decided I was going to make flat ink pens out of them. These are some that I purchased. I purchased a whole pack of them for, for an ink pen that I had, but I didn't need, I don't know if you even bother replacing the ink in your ink pens. A lot of times we have so many pens laying around, we just toss it, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to reuse the same ones I have over and over again, so that I'm not adding unnecessarily to the landfill. So these were some that I had purchased for as refills for an ink pen that I use a lot, but it had like 50 of them in the pack. So I'm going to make some flat pens out of those. This is one that was out of an ink pen that broke. It was a really nice pen, but it got to where it wouldn't twist right, so I couldn't twist it to get it open. So the pen was broken, the shell that the pen was in, but the ink is fine. I mean, if you can see it, it writes fine. That's parchment paper, so it's not going to write great on there, but it writes fine. It's a little thicker than I would like for a flat pen, so I may hold on to that one and use it for something else. These little ones are perfect for a flat ink pen, but there's nothing wrong with these either. These are brand new. Let's see if I can get it to write. Yeah, see, they write wonderfully, and I do like that they have these little kind of lid type things on them. These have the little thing on the end that prevented them from writing all over something before you put it in the pen, but once you pop those off, you can't get them back on. So I try to leave them on during the creation process, and until whoever gets the pen has it in their possession, they can take that off themselves. So anyway, let's just start. Got 3 pieces of cardstock here. You do want something, it is going to be double-sided. We are going to make it double-sided, but you want to have something thick enough that you can't see through and that doesn't weaken too much with the glue. So I find that cardstock works the best. And so I just kind of eyeball it. I know that I want this ink pen probably going to be about that wide. So I'm going to cut a piece of this. Actually, I want this end. And so I want it about that wide, so I want it double that. So we're going to cut it about like this. You guys know I don't measure. I am not a measuring kind of person. And then we're just going to fold it over. Now, it doesn't matter that it's not straight. We're going to trim that up anyway. And then we're just going to, these are so simple, so absolutely 100% simple. All right, so we're just gonna put some glue in here. Not a ton. Definitely want to get it around the edges. And we definitely want to glue it where the ink pen is going to be. And then I just kind of take it and look to see, okay, what's close to the center? That looks pretty close. Fold that back over and press it down. And I like to pick it up and press it all over. If you just press it down like this, it's going to be, the pen is going to be very prominent on one side, and it will look flat on the other side, but that's just not as pleasing to the eye to me. So I would rather it be a little puffed up on both sides than really puffed up, if that makes sense. All right, so we're going to let that one dry for a minute, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with it after that. Let's do one of these. Let's do this brown one and this. So about like that. So right there, and then about twice that would be about right here. We just come up a little bit past where the end of that goes. Close the fold it over. And you can use a scoring machine or scoring board for that if you want to. You certainly don't need to. Now these have, if you can see it, a little lip right there. And I want to make sure that my paper goes right up to that lip. All right. All right, we'll let that one dry while we do one more. Let's see, I think I want to do this color. So if we do about like that, and then about twice that, so. All right, y'all don't laugh at me, but my phone rings on my Fitbit, buzzes on my Fitbit, and it was just buzzing, and I was looking around as I was folding this piece of paper to see where I laid my phone. And if you understand why that's funny, great. If you don't, I will explain it to you. It's funny because I'm recording with my phone. So my phone is in it's right there. You guys are, I'm recording with it right now. Okay, oops, I'll let that one slide just a little bit, so. There we go. There it goes again. You will notice that I tend to lean more towards putting them closer to the fold than the outer edge, and that's really so I have plenty of room to trim off any of that doesn't line up that I need to or want to. So, all right, we're gonna let that one dry. So let's go back to this one. I'm gonna get my little fussy cut scissors. I like to have kind of a rounded area down here, or angled area, and then I also like to have, like for it to be rounded at the top. Clearly I'm going to need to straighten it up. It's more, there's more here than there is on the other side, and I like for it to be somewhat even, although I'm not measuring this. If you notice, I'm not measuring. So I'm just going to cut up and then I'm going to cut a nice little rounded, it's not real rounded, but it's, and then here, not going to worry about it being perfect. And look at there. And it works nicely. I'm not going to pull that whole thing off. I'll try one of the others in a minute, but it fits nicely in your hand. It's still somewhat flat. I could punch a hole there and put a ribbon in it. But now I can adorn it. I can put a, oh, I had this come, I found this yesterday of some stuff my sister gave me. I could poke a hole in there and put that on the top right there, and that would be precious. If you'll notice on this one, I put one of those little folding brads. This came off of, I don't even remember what it came off of, a package of something. And I just glued that piece of, I had cut that out of a magazine, I think. So we could do something like that with this one if we wanted to. Actually, I am going to put that on there. I think that'll be cute. All right, let's do this one. Let's make sure it's all, I didn't get that one pushed down very good, so it might not be quite ready, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so we're just going to trim this side up to where it needs to be. And then maybe this one is more squared off. And this one, because of the type of fabric or paper I used, I want it to be inked. So I'm just going to ink around the edges. Make it look a little old. And there you go. We can embellish it with whatever we want to embellish it with. This one, I may, let's see, what do we want to put on this one? Oh, look at that. All right, so I do want to put a hole in it. I'm going to put a little tiny hole in it. Using this little tiny punch thing right here. Go through there like I want it to. I just need to turn it. I didn't get that quite in the center, but I think it's kind of cute. And then we could add something to it if we wanted to. Let's see, don't I have, what do I have here? Got some of these. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked, but let's see, will this fit? it will, but I'm going to cut some of the ends off of it. Alright, so this is kind of a vintage looking one, but now I'm going to put something a little edgy on it. Look, a penny for your thought seems a little pricey. Isn't that cute? And it was so simple. Alright, let's do this one. Trim it up. I need to take that one back out though, because it needs to dry up a little bit before I put it in there. Alright, I like that one. I like it just the way it is. I don't think I'm going to do anything to that one. Sometimes I will save the embellishment part for when I decide where I'm going to use them. So it could be that I put this with something, a journal or something, and I want to decorate it to match the journal theme or something like that. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and put this one. Let's see. I think I want to put that with, you know what? I don't want to, I changed my mind. I'm not going to put this on this ink pen. I want to save this for a journal, a journal dangle. But I may put one of these on there. So let's punch a hole in it. This needs to be a little hole, I think. Let's see if I can get this. All right, there we go. Now we've got that little, look how cute. Now we could write something on that or put a message on there. How cute. All right, so there we have it. It's really not hard. It's just a matter of getting your paper and your supplies together. You don't need anything fancy. I didn't even really need that hole punch for that one. I could have used my little hole puncher. These come in a pack of 2 or 3 from the Dollar Tree, and I've had this one forever. So there we have it. I have scraps here to make more and more ink pens, so I will be making some more. I will be filling up my box, but for now I'm gonna let you get on with your day. I have fulfilled my promise to show you how I make those, and I hope you enjoy making your own.